Alright, now I have a client server set up. So this is my client, this is my server. The client is about 40-50 milliseconds away from the server. As you can see from pinging, it's about 40 something milliseconds. Now I'm on a cable modem, so I have a limit on upload, which is about 20 megabits per second, and you can see here it maxes out at about 24 megabits per second on this Ethernet adapter. Let's wait for it to finish. Now, here is the interesting thing. So this is WCF. So if you do a single test, we will see about 10 requests per second, and they go at about 90 millisecond latency, which is double our ping rate. If we do 10 requests, they don't really go at more than about 20 requests per second. Basically, it doesn't matter how many requests in parallel you send on a single process, they seem to be limited by twice what your sending rate is, which is a little bit weird how WCF is designed, but maybe they did it just to scale. You may notice that this would have exactly the same results, about 20 requests per second. This would have exactly the same result again. It doesn't matter what this number is, 4, 10, 100, it still goes at about 20 requests per second. We might as well just put 2, and it would still be the same 20 requests per second at approximately 100 milliseconds per request. Now, here is the interesting observation. So this takes about 1 megabit per second here, right? Now let's compare this to GRPC. So let's close this. Let's run a GRPC client. It's on a different port. We can connect. And let's do a stress test with a single thread. So we are already getting 20 requests per second. So a single threaded GRPC is already getting what a maximum per process limitation is for WCF. Now, let's run 10. Actually, let's run 4. That would be similar to WCF. So that's about 80 requests per second. We can see that the number here is just a little bit less than 1 megabit per second because GRPC seems to have slightly lower overhead, which is great. Now let's run 100. So 100 connections here almost saturates our Ethernet, and we can see that the numbers are kind of a little bit above 50 milliseconds on average, right? Well, it's about 50 milliseconds, so it's getting closer to the limit. Now let's run a second client and see what happens. So this is my second process, and I'm going to do 100 threads here as well, so it works. You may notice that my latency here already got to about 80 milliseconds, and traffic reached my maximum on my cable modem throughput. And but it still scales. All of those requests are coming. The server is ticking. There is almost no load on the server side. There is almost no load on the client side, which is really great. And we are getting significantly more throughput compared to WCF. So technically, GRPC seems to be working much better in remote situations as well.